Now, today's top stories and Power of 5 weather from News 5. Sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.
Good Sunday morning, Northeast Ohio, and a very happy Easter to all who are celebrating. Hard to believe we are just over 2 weeks away from the May 3rd primary. And as we get closer, we're going to be talking with the candidates for the various offices as they campaign for your vote across Northeast Ohio. This week I caught up with two of the Republican hopefuls for U.S. Senate. In the crowded race for U.S. Senate, polling has shown a tight battle with a lot of voters undecided, but also Mike Gibbons at or near the top of the choices, which he said as he campaigned this day in Middleburg Heights has its pluses and minuses.
Early in the election, I go, boy, I'd like to be in first place. And they say, you don't want to be in first place. Now I know why they told me that.
He said his opponents that include, among others, Jane Timken, J.D. Vance, Matt Dolan, and Josh Mandel, have at times taken his words out of context. One such statement Gibbons is taking heat for is his remark last week that the middle class is not paying any kind of fair share when it comes to federal income tax, something Vance, who was also campaigning in Northeast Ohio this day, takes issue with.
I think it's a huge mistake. I also think it's a political liability. Like at the end of the day, this is the Republican primary. We need to send the best Republican to take on Tim Ryan. If you're making gaffes like that, it maybe means that you shouldn't be running on the big stage.
Ryan running for the Democratic nomination for Senate against Morgan Harper and Tracy Johnson. Gibbons telling me the middle class comment he made was taken out of context of the discussion. So to be clear, the middle class is safe when it comes to...
I've taken a pledge to never raise taxes on anybody ever. I think taxes are way too high.
The Gibbons camp, meanwhile, attacking Vance on his statement, praising the speed of the French elections, tweeting, compared to the U.S., must be nice to live in a first world country.
I would not change the system to some Western European winner-takes-all kind of an approach.
One, I think Mike should learn to take a joke a little bit. I'm poking fun, frankly, at our own delayed ballot counting in this country. But I do think that behind every good joke, there's an element of truth to it. And the truth is that it takes way too long to get from casting votes to actually counting them in this country.
And again, we will be talking with the other hopefuls as they campaign across Northeast Ohio. In addition to being Easter weekend, this is also opening weekend for your Cleveland Guardians. They got a 1:40 start this afternoon at Progressive Field against the San Francisco Giants. The return of a full season of baseball with full fans, as you can imagine, a welcome relief to downtown bars and restaurants. The most quoted line around the start of every baseball season is Alexander Pope's Hope Springs Eternal. The opener represents a new beginning, a clean slate, optimism. This year, though, that feeling extends beyond the gates of the ballpark on the corner of Carnegie and Ontario and onto East 4th Street, West 6th, the Flats, and all over downtown Cleveland.
We've not had a full season of baseball in 2 years.
Michael Deemer is head of the Downtown Cleveland Alliance.
And it's a big deal for downtown that these small businesses that have been so entrepreneurial and so resilient about hanging on are going to have a full season and a full house on opening day.
Count Pickwick and Frolic owner Nick Costas among them.
It is a new beginning for so many of the businesses downtown. The opening up of the weather and maybe opening up of everybody's front door coming out.
Costas will tell you that downtown restaurants are event-driven. And in the no-fans shortened season of 2020, downtown restaurant sales were as flat as the plastic cutouts that filled the stands. 2021 marked a limited return of people to start the season with expanded capacity into the summer. Still, attendance was down 7,500 fans a game from 2019, only once getting above 30,000 in attendance last year. While the pandemic hit everyone equally going in, it's been a longer road for downtown bars and restaurants coming out.
It's heartening to see some new resurgence, but we're not there yet.
The return of larger crowds for baseball this summer, though, is just part of the equation, as is the increasing return of people to downtown offices, along with what's in the pipeline this summer.
We've got a full season of theater. We've got a portfolio of events across downtown with the Juneteenth Festival, the Tall Ships Festival, Pride, and so many others happening. And we're just encouraging people to come back downtown, rediscover their old favorites, check out all the new places that have opened, and really fall back in love with downtown all over again.
So Cleveland City Council this week approved a pair of loans totaling $12 million to breathe new life into this place, Shaker Square, the iconic East Side shopping and dining area that had fallen into financial troubles in recent years. Now, in between live shots on Monday, I pointed out this building on the square that now houses a CVS to my photographer, Dave Vitala, and I told him a story about it that he hadn't heard. And when I shared it on social media, I realized many of you hadn't either. So Here goes. This place was once home to a restaurant so popular that they found that their dine-in customers were actually ordering meals to go to take home and freeze and eat later. Well, it gave the owners an idea. The name of the restaurant? Stouffer's. Here's a clip from the video vault of a Ted Henry piece from 40 years ago.
Stouffer's Foods began as an offshoot of their restaurant chain.
Stouffer Frozen Foods started back in 1954, actually out of the back door of our Shaker Square restaurant. And at that time, the restaurant manager, Wally Blankenship, felt that people wanted to take our products home, and we're taking them home. And Mr. Stouffer heard about it, decided that if some of our products were going to be frozen, then we wanted to control the freezing and the quality control. So we started freezing, selling them out the back door of the little 227 Club, and that was the beginning.
Now you know, as the late Paul Harvey would say, the rest is the story. With Democracy 2022, I'm John Kasich. Enjoy your Sunday.
We had a few snowflakes early this morning in the snow belt. Didn't amount to much, and the rest of your Easter looks pretty good. 40 degrees for downtown Cleveland, maybe getting to the middle 40s inland, but it's going to be chilly and a little breezy at times. Tonight, increasing clouds and cold again. You can see here that we're going to be mostly clear all the way until after midnight, and then the clouds rapidly increase for tomorrow morning. Morning commute should be quiet, but you see here a wall of precip moving through. If temperatures stay like this in the middle, low 30s, right around freezing, this is going to be accumulating snow. It's something that we have to keep an eye on. Temperature trend has gone down, so that means that our snow chances have gone up. It should become more scattered by Monday night, but then we'll deal with some lake effect into Tuesday. So plan for wet accumulation Monday and Tuesday. In terms of totals, it's going to be probably around 2 to 4 inches in many locations. As you head to the south, expect less. It will not last long, especially because we're getting so warm.
Sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.